Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. How are you doing? Welcome to another edition of Drawstream. Every Monday at 12 noon, I'll be sitting here drawing. Hey, Jeff Potts, how's it going? Happy Monday to you. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out the screen. There we go. I'll make it full screen. Doing swell. Good, good. Doing good. I'm doing swell myself. Let's see what you can see now. This is what I have so far on an illustration I was doing last week. So I'm still learning the software, so the app, the program, or whatever you want to call it. So let's see here. It's funny how when you add in gray tone, depending on how much you zoom in or out, it changes the pattern. See, like it looks like weird little patterns, but it's just basically just little dots. So this is what it looks like. Look at that, little dots. So I have it the print size, so hopefully it'll print out just exactly how it looks. The dots, a nice even pattern, yeah. Let's see. Oops, that's what's going on. I was wondering what's going on here. Okay, I'm still kind of figuring this out a little bit, but yeah, this is a character from the new comic I'm working on right now. And speaking of new comic, see here she is, her face shot. I'm actually gonna be changing her hair because I had her original design was her hair was shorter than that, so I have the hair on different layer. I tried out different hairs. See the hair right there. I tried out different looks, but I'm gonna go back to the short one. And I got to add in those leggings. I added some details onto the gun. Got a little scope there. Add some details to the other stuff too. Using but I gotta change like the stock of the gun because I don't want it to be too much like the actual gun. I don't want to get in trouble with copyrights or whatever. Of course, when I draw the comic, it's gonna be different. But even for this illustration, I don't know. Just play it safe, I guess. So I'm gonna save what little changes I made. But yeah, it's going good. I'm working on pages right now. I'm going to be working on a page, and this is the page right here, the layout. So it's going to be, this is the introduction of Quick, and right now it's just a rough, so you don't see much details or anything right now. But it's going to be Quick sniping. I think he's a colonel. He works, I don't know if he's a private contractor. He works for the military, though. And you see some generals behind him there. And you can see she's got a sniper rifle out there, but it's Nerf darts. Let's see. There we go. So she says Nerf sniper. Hey, Josh. How's it going, man? I've been doing great. Oh, yeah, you got time off, huh? Cool. Well, congrats on the new job. Good to hear. Hey, Jiminy Cricket. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Happy Monday to both you, Josh and Jiminy, joining the stream. Nerf Sniper. Yeah, she's setting up shop. She's got it on top of the. She's on top of the water tower. I can't remember exactly which page that is, but I have her she's underneath the water tower, kind of camping out in an earlier page. So in this one, she's on top and she snipes it because they're trying to get the military is the government's taking control of who's entering what games and whatever. So they're the best at nerf sniping, but nerf mod warfare. But of course, the military wants to use Navy SEALs, military people, right? So they're trying to prove to them that they're better than the Navy SEALs when it comes to nerf play. Nerf Sniper. She's wearing a COVID, man. She wears the mask because she's hiding her identity. So she's got ulterior reasons here. So like I said, this is my rough, so I just kind of was feeling out the layout. I had a few different layouts for the sniper. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Here we go. I had. Let me see if I can show you. No, I guess I erased it. I thought I had him. Oh, here we go. Sniper 1. This was one angle I was going to have. Let's see. Where's the borders? There we go. I was going to have her sniping like that, prone. And I thought, that's okay. But I wanted something more like... So that one I thought looked still too... I don't know, it looks too stiff. So I didn't go with this one. So I decided to go with something a little more involving, so it's like coming right at you. I wanted that feeling of the barrel, like it goes from being like they're talking panels to all of a sudden, they're under fire or about to be under fire. So like, right here is going to be a scenery of where they're inside a camp and they're like on a field training with the military, and this guy's he's giving the lowdown to different generals. And then that's when I kind of have him sense the sniper or sense intent, because in that story it doesn't really say it, but I thought it'd be kind of dramatic, have him sense something. I mean, he's a military man, right? So let's see. So let's see, Jiminy, Clip Studio is working good. I like it a lot. I've been watching some tutorial videos, and I've been learning a lot of shortcuts on how to do certain techniques that I was doing, basically using this like Photoshop. But this has so many like features that are, to me, are better because they're geared specifically towards comic book artists creating comics. So I mean, streamline everything, like doing sketches. For instance, I'm doing these sketch lines in black, and just one button. I was colorizing them in Photoshop. You lock the layer, you color the lines with a brush or something, or adjust them in the hue saturation. But in this one, you just sketch the black lines, and all you do is you hit one button, and it turns everything to non-photo blue, just instantly. And maybe other apps do that, but this one, man, I'm just learning now that feature. So I know there's a lot of other features I'm going to be learning. I'm still watching videos. But I like it so far. I'm getting really into this. So let's see. See, I'll show you an example. Bam, blue line. Of course, this is a different layer right here. So, but quick sketch. Hit one button, and she's all blue line. And then over top of that, let's see. So before I change it, though, I'm going to go back to black line and quick and just kind of do some more sketching. So I kind of got all the placement down. Now is the time where I'm actually going to have some fun actually getting to the meat of this drawing. And I know that I'm learning hotkeys as well. I don't know if you do digital. Kind of putting down those hotkey, learn those buttons. And I have the reference book concept art file here. I'm going to utilize that. There we go. So hope you guys doing great. I know Jeff Potts is doing swell. Josh has a new job he's looking forward to. And I know, Jason, you're working on a book, I believe, too, right? I mean, we were doing an illustration last time you came on. Oh, that was commissioned for Nasser. Okay. You're sending it off tomorrow. Okay, cool. Let's see. Hey, Andy, how's it going, man? Sniper Wolf Bunny, yeah. Yeah, thanks. Sniper Wolf Bunny. Yeah, this is quick. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm still kind of figuring out her, because she's got like a sweat jacket on, but I'm still kind of playing around with that, kind of figuring it out. I'm trying to figure out, I wanted her to look cutesy, you know, she's a little bunny, so. See, Jiminy, semantic for using references for the sniper pose. Or just tell your no, I definitely use reference. Yeah, she laying down there with a 50 cal. Nah, but I will be having her. I did use her for reference before, so I'll probably continue doing that. You ever pop that scope over? Yeah, pop scope over until you're ready to shoot. Yeah. Oh yeah, trust me, she knows she's about to shoot. The next panel, she's firing at the guy. Definitely don't want to give that glimmer of sunlight away, give your position away, right? Yeah, there's some crazy sniper stories listening. There's one, it's like a mini documentary. It's really good. Jiminy, give her hoodie rabbit ears. Yep, that's what I'm definitely doing. I just got to figure out how they're going to be placed, you know? Yeah, I watched a documentary. It was about snipers during the, was it that war in the Kosovo, that Civil War, or whatever it was called. It was Sarajevo. It was two snipers, and they're both like Olympic rivals. And then, of course, they were in the Olympics for sharpshooting. And one guy, he's a family guy, and he was one of the best. That the guy was there was a guy going around sniping people. He didn't know at first, but then when he heard how good the sniper was, he was sniping just citizens walking, and he just said, "I got to do something." So they kept trying to talk him into it. He finally said, "I he didn't want to do it," but he had a feeling who he knew who it was. And there's a guy he worked with, a shooting buddy from the Olympic days, but he went to where he believed he would be, around where the shooting would take place, and he waited there for Man, he waited for days in this tower, and he basically didn't move. He'd pee like in a bottle or something. He barely moved. He would move like he would change positions from where he's sniping by crawling up and down stairs, and he would take like a day to crawl, change positions. It was crazy. And but he was hardcore, man. And in the end, you know, patience won out because the guy was impatient and made a blunder. He made him move, expose himself, and so the sniper who was called in by the government, the dad, took him out. It was crazy though. The description, the lengths of what they did to try to capture that. So that's definitely something that's I was like, wow. I'm trying to figure out what this was. Okay, now I know what it is. It's rendering for his chest. An indicator where the chest crease is in the shirt. So I think her leg placement, I want her to look like kind of cutesy. She's a hardcore sniper, but she also is a girly girl, so I want that characteristic to stand out. And I gotta remember to save like every 5 minutes if I do something major, I guess. Yeah, I can't remember the exact rifle. Hey, E. Ortiz, happy Monday. Yeah, saving is important. Definitely. You know what, Andy? I'm not sure what kind of rifle. I changed it up a bit um, for more dramatic purposes. I made the barrel, a little bit more stout on the end, longer, because I wanted the barrel to look bigger coming at you. So, but it's going to be altered anyway because it's a Nerf gun. So definitely changing it up. But but yeah, one of the movies I like is Jack Reacher. I like both Jack Reachers. The first one's the best because he deals with snipers and stuff too, and yeah, it was really good. Good detective movie, good action scenes. But yeah, talk about snipers. This reminds me of that game, Lollipop Chainsaw. Where the girl is a zombie killer and runs around with a chainsaw, but it's still girly girl, but also hardcore. Yeah, I want to keep those characteristics and just make her fun. And she's like, it just seems like someone you wouldn't take seriously, and then she's so good though. That's what it kind of throws you off because she acts girly, but she's really good at what she does, is sniping. It's her. I think it's her boyfriend. She's a boyfriend in the comic who she wears like a bunny ear outfit, and her boyfriend, his name's Quick. His nickname's Quick, and he wears a cat type of outfit, cat ears. Let's see, where's the grid? I think it's right here. Yeah, this is the grid. I'm gonna use this feature. Boom, blue line. Okay, I'm gonna make the grid. Below. Here we go. kind of interfering with my lines, my perception on these lines here. You know what? I might give her from a dramatic flair. I think I'm gonna give her ears kind of flapping in the wind like hair, you know. And I give her some bunny ears flapping. You know, I might have me even flying a little bit higher. So, man, the last couple of games have been really boring without you. And well, hopefully, I know Mike's been preoccupied with getting the NFT work going. So hopefully we'll pick up a topic. I think the topic's been kind of stale too because I don't know of any new stuff being released. Oh yeah, they got the that Patterson Batman. Maybe we can do that. Have you guys seen the trailer for that? You know me, how critical I am of new movies. That actually looked interesting to me, the trailer. Let's see. I think I might make her ears flopping more. Let's see. I don't know, just trying it out to see how it looks. I think I like the low key ears. Yeah, I think I like that lower key ears. Or ears flying too high up, you know? I might even lower them here because of the angle we're looking at him. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, I think I've like placed a little bit more right there. I'll play around with it probably even more so as we go into the day. You'll probably end up seeing them change. Hey Josh, still looking for a new place. We found some nice places and different ads online, but they're all phony. A lot of scams out there. Yeah, I just heard about Colin Powell passing away just like an hour ago. That's crazy. Oh, he had Parkinson's and cancer. Wow. Yeah, they never really count those. Yeah, best part. I guess he wasn't in the spotlight for a while, but I didn't know he was 84, and I didn't know he had Parkinson's and cancer. Wow. Of course, COVID takes the headline, right? For obvious reasons. But yeah, I saw that trailer for the Batman movie, and like I said, I thought it looked pretty interesting. It got my curiosity piqued, uh, even though you always have criticism or critiques on certain things, but overall, I like the way it looked. But we'll see. It looks like an Elseworlds Batman to me. Yeah, thanks, Josh. Yeah, it's not as easy to looking because some places you can't go out and look. Some you can, you got to set up a time, but he was vaccinated for COVID. Also, was in a trooper, so weak. So it was. See, he was already a decade ahead of the curve. Yeah, he was. That's pretty good age. I mean, 84. I mean, I plan to live at least to 100, but I don't know. I remember as a kid, I wanted to live to be at least 100 because I was calculating what year it would be and trying to think of like how would the future be in that time. I want to see what it looks like. And now with all these current events happening, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to be here to see all that stuff. Um, my mom was a nurse, and she passed away like back in 2006. But looking at what's going on right now, I mean, she may have retired before now, but I don't think so. But I wouldn't want her to have to go through all this garbage that's happening right now. I mean, I know she was going under so much pressure in the industry as it was, but yeah, now it'd be a lot of stress for her, I think. Oh man, you want to live to 115? Well, hey man, that's your plan, huh? Well, look at was it William Shatner? He's 90, and he just took a shuttle to space. So I mean, yeah, you don't want to check out too soon, man. You want to be around for that possible space flight. You know, the space trip to space. You never know. Yeah, it's funny. It's like I've kind of I don't watch the news anymore, um, for obvious reasons, but it feels kind of good because I feel like when people start talking about stuff like political narratives or whatever, it's like I'm so out of the loop that I don't even it. I don't like it. Does it makes it so I don't watch my tongue? I don't hold my tongue. I can speak more freely because I don't know what's acceptable or unacceptable out there. So I just be myself, and no one says anything to me out in public. But I just yeah, I think it's good in a way not to know all this garbage going on. But I do keep up on current events. Um, I don't pay attention to anything they're doing with like as far as like you know any like what are they called, edicts, like governing edicts. I don't listen to any of that stuff. So I just like I said, I just do live the way I've been living, and I don't listen to any of the stuff they say. Like like I haven't worn a mask for the past 4 months, man. It feels so good, and I'm like I'm not ever going back to wearing one because after you have that taste of freedom, which we've already had and took for granted, it's just like, man, I definitely, I'm not going back to that. Not going back. Things like that, you know? It's funny too because even if you try to just talk like with people in general, I'm talking out in public, you know? When you're out in public, it's like they have this like underlying attitude, or if you say something that goes against, I guess, what they consider as the common consensus, and it's where I live out here in the West Coast. It just seems so petty and juvenile. I just kind of don't have patience for that stuff. So sometimes I just avoid talking to people altogether. But that also goes against who I am as a person. I like talking to people. So it's like I have to make sure I don't become something other than who I am based on what other people are telling me I should say or not say. And like I said, it can have the reverse effect where I just go, I won't talk to anybody then. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be that way either. Because I gotta say, for me, it's easy not to talk to anybody. I mean, as an artist, I don't know how other artists are, but I can be alone by myself drawing for weeks on end, and I'm like fine with it. I like feel perfectly at peace and happy. But that's the thing. Once I got married, I had to realize, okay, now I'm not. It's funny, is I never was really alone, so maybe that's what my attitude. Maybe it has something to do with it because I've always had roommates at my family, with my brother, and but I always treasured the times alone because then you're working on stuff, and of course being with loved ones. That's something I treasure more so, especially when you're. I gotta admit, I was like drawing comic books, and I was drawing comics and out of the workforce, the usual workforce, if you would use that term, but for like years. And then I had to go and get a part-time job because the comic company I was working for was filing Chapter 13. So I had to look for some part-time work, which ended up becoming my full-time work for like a few years because I actually enjoyed being around people and talking to people every day. But then that kind of wore out pretty quick because dealing with people, you deal with people, and it's like not always all good, right? So I started getting burnt out on people. And then before I quit the job, I actually, made some adjustments and stopped being a hermit and got back to talking with people again. And there's a balance there. So now with this whole thing, like political stuff going on, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to let it stop me from talking and being myself. You just got to use some wisdom. But at the same time, I kind of feel more bold. When someone tells me not to do something, I feel even more bold. It's like, it doesn't make me not want to do it. It makes me want to do it more. That's just my personality, I guess. Like, don't tell me. Don't tell me what to do. Like, I see these videos of people out in Australia, and the police is like approaching this guy. He's out, like, what are you doing out here? You know? And he's like, oh, why don't you wear your mask outside? And he's like, well, I'm drinking coffee. And the police officer literally takes the cup of coffee out of his hand to see if there's anything in it. He's like, all right, you have an excuse. You actually have coffee in there. And I'm like, actually, it's not coffee. It's just a bunch of nickels. I'm walking around without a mask because I feel like it. That's how, like, my attitude is. I'm like, I just do what I want. And that's, people are like, oh, that's selfish. And I'm like, that's, being a human being is being an individual is, why did you go outside? You have to have a reason for being out here. It's like, well, because I wanted to go out and have fresh air. That's not a legitimate reason anymore, I guess, in that country. Want fresh air? And of course, it depends on what city you're in. It's got to be one of the bigger metropolitan areas, like, Melbourne or Queensland, I think it is. But that used to be almost every American's attitude. It was like, don't tell me. And I think it's over the years it's changed, where we've been conditioned to be like, be told what to do. It's kind of scary. Individualism is selfish, is what we're being told, right? Of course, the people telling us this are people who don't have to obey the rules themselves, so of course they're down with the rules. Which is why I just say, you know what? Stick to being an American. Wear a mask if you want to. Don't wear one. It's all up to you, the individual. Having said that, I did get a little perturbed the other day. Here, you know what? Maybe I should check out my comments here. I'm blabbering on. William Shatner's a boss. I'll be in that great shit at age 90. Yeah, I know, 90. Pulling 7 Gs. Yeah, you know what? I would have been like, I'll go up in that 7G, like, take off, as long as he sedate me before we take off. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, you're not PC either. There's a lot of money fostering division among people. Then if they focus on dividing themselves, they won't be united. Yeah, it's true. That's the whole goal is, divide and conquer, right? You can't change the status quo if everybody's against each other, too busy fighting each other, right? So that people at the top, try to divide us into camps. That's the whole thing, man. They try to divide us in race, gender, jobs, financial class, status, everything they think of, man. They try to divide us on everything. And that's how they retain their power, man, because the one thing they fear is everybody, the public, right? If the public rises up against them on something, they back down quick. But if they can keep everyone divided, right? That's why we got to stand together, man. We are one race is the human race. And of course, we're all different. Of course, we're all different, right? Individualism, individuality. But we're one race, or one people. I mean, if we're going to be divided by differences, then, hey, I like peanut butter Captain Crunch. If you don't like it, that means I should only belong to a group of people who like Captain Crunch, peanut butter Captain Crunch. No, of course not. Right? It takes a village. I rebel. Yeah, it's funny is I was driving down the road and with my brother and my wife, and I'm driving and through this intersection, and there's like school just got out, so there's like these kids are like 12, 13, 14, look pretty young, but they're all walking outside in groups, and like they're outside in the middle of just open air, and like 75, 90% of these kids are all wearing masks, and it's kind of just disheartening seeing these kids wearing masks because they've been conditioned to do so. I mean, think about it. You wear masks. There's people who they don't need the mask, right? A lot of these people outside wearing them are already vaccinated, right? But that conditioning is so strong they feel naked without it, something covering their face. And I get it. A lot of people do it because, you know, either it's for health reasons or they do it because they don't have to wear makeup during the day and it's an excuse, or they feel more comfortable because they don't feel attractive, so they feel more comfortable. They blend in with everybody to wear a mask. There's all these reasons people do it for whatever, but um, it just gets on me because it's conditioning that I see happening, and I know a lot of other people are seeing it. But I just rolled down the window and I yelled out the window to those kids. I was like, "Take off the masks," and my brother and Becky are like, "Crap, what are you doing?" And I'm like, it just got to me, man. I had to say something if I was gonna burst. So I just yelled it out the window. I felt like the guy from that was it network where he said, "Yell out the window. I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take it anymore." Yeah, Bill Gates. He's matured into a genocidal, psychotic sociopath. That's definitely what he's matured into. That guy is a nut job. I saw watch some videos, miniature documentaries on this guy. Man, creepy is beyond. It's beyond creepy, man. Can I speak against Bill Gates online on YouTube? Do they allow that? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I said it in my Clint Eastwood voice. Take off those masks. Dumb punks. Oh yeah, it was, man. Seeing kids wearing, and those that really gets me too is when I see I'm at a restaurant and there's a little girl. It's cute, man. She's like 2 years old, maybe almost three, and standing on the seat. She's in the booth behind. Well, she's behind my brother. I'm facing her, and she stands up behind my brother in the booth, and she's got really big brown eyes. She's really cute. Just looking at me, chewing on her food, smiling. And then I smiled at her, and then right before they leave, finish eating, the mom turns around and puts a mask on her little face, and I'm like, what? I mean, here they are sitting out in the inside of the restaurant without a mask for a good like half hour at least, maybe an hour, and then they're gonna leave to go outside to the car, and they put a mask on to walk 5 feet to the door. It's insane. So we're told it's insane to say that's insane, or it's weird. Man, I can go on this for a while, but just little things like that, you know. Um, like my mom, when she passed away, um, she took chemo, and they told before I moved to out to another state, and they said that since she was taking chemo, I was having started having a cold, I was having a runny nose, And they said, it's best not to touch her, stay away from her since, chemo lowers her immune system and everything. But I remember I never got to say goodbye, like, hug her, give her a kiss on the cheek like I usually do. I'd give her a big hug. So I left to another state, said goodbye to her, and she's standing there smiling, and I never got to hug her. And that was the last time I seen her. And that type of thing, man, like I said, this is a big deal to me. People, and I hear other stories of this during this whole COVID thing. Their loved ones in retirement homes just wasting away by themselves, never being able to touch their family, and just dying alone. And they just die because they're like, how happy can you be, man? You can't even talk to your family in person, face to face, can't hug them, touch them. Man, that's a big deal. And you don't really realize it until you're faced with a situation. So sorry for getting a little heavy there. I just thought I'd kind of explain to why maybe I'm so passionate, partly why. But yeah, it's like I said, it's something I think a lot of times we overlook. It is definitely, we have to take these things, we have to talk about it. I mean, it's something that people, they're told not to talk about these things. It might offend somebody. I mean, we need to talk about it. That's what society is, man. We're supposed to converse and talk to each other about things that matter, Okay, I'm going to tackle this guy right here. This guy's name's Ken. And I'm going to try to refrain from drawing him like Ken from Street Fighter. But no, he's a military guy. He's pretty tough. Military dude. So Ken. I've been learning out. You can do I gave him blonde because I think Ken has blonde hair, right? The name Ken. So I gave his layer, if you can see right here. I learned how to make layers colors. Because how you start going through your layers trying to find the layer with a line. You're like, how can I find all these layers? Of course, you label with words, but then you got to go through each one. They all look the same, and you just see text. So you can just go quick reference to your coloring. Like, click on that. It's the yellow layer. That's my line art for Ken. Of course, as you can see, I just hit the button and made the lines all blue. Love that. Oh, sorry about the noise here. I was just drinking some water. Definitely gotta drink more water these days. Jiminy, that's funny. Hey, Eric. How's it going, man? Happy Monday. What am I building? I am working on modded right now. So I'm just doing, this is my page layout right here. And I just discovered new features, like for instance, I can change the line art from black to blue instantly, blue line, so I can go over top of the roughs, So I'm gonna do that. But man, I'm starting to really like this digital app or software, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, I gotta find my picture reference for this character. He's a military guy, like I said, named Ken. And I'm trying to find where he's. Okay, here it is. Found my concept art. Ooh, he's got a flat top. I gave him a flat top. Let's see here. I'm gonna bring his eyes get a little bit bigger here. Yeah, Eric. Yeah, definitely want to have you on a live stream. I'm gonna try to do a random live stream, maybe later in the week. So if you're available, I'll send you a link just in case. Yeah, check out Eric Ninotowski's channel and his Twitter. He's on Twitter and Instagram. Check out his stuff. He does a comic called Shadow Century, and check that out. He's on book 2. I think you're on. You're working on book 3, right? Dual stream, dueling streams. Hey, cracking me up. Welcome to the stream. Book 2, yes, book 2, Eric. Thanks, Jiminy, for putting that up there. You can check out his Indiegogo. I think you still order that Indiegogo Shadow Century 2 book. I got my first issue copy. Let's see. I gotta move. It's funny. I like shrinking. You have to shrink your art down, because it's like you get like a better idea of what it really looks like. Because you work kind of close to something, right? And you're kind of like, is this looking good? And it looks great. And then you back out. Like what I'll do is I'll actually take a photograph of, if I'm doing traditional art, take a photograph of my phone, and then it's basically shrunken down like that way, right? And then I just look at it and I'm like, oh, I can kind of right instantly to see different things I need to fix, different things are off. And then another cool thing I learned on this software right here, watch this. I can do the mirror image, and look, I could flip that around, flip the whole page around. Look at that. So it's the opposite way. But if you printed it, it's still the right way. It's just only flipped in the app here. So I can like draw, touch it up. Like I said, I love using the mirror effect. So this is the digital mirror effect here. He's got a big noggin here, so I'm gonna be shaping it because I want to have him like a unique look to the character, but he also has a kind of like a stereotypical look of a hard-edged military guy, you know, like an animated character, how they look in different animes, the really tough, hard characters, but don't look too stereotypical, so. I guess I want all the good trimmings that come with this, dude, that stereotype, but some uniqueness. As always, got to save every once in a while. I like that name, Cracking Me Up. That's good. Cracking Me Up. Nice play on words there. Yeah, that's right. I did a variant cover for Shadow Century. Check that out. You can see it on the link that Jiminy Cricket provided in back Eric's book. It actually sold. One of the perks was you get the original cover art for the book. So actually, I got to send that out. I'm going to contact you, Eric, just to figure out exactly, you know, make sure I get everything down about how I will send it out. El Gargoyle, how's it going? Good to see you. So, oh yeah, definitely it's great for checking out. I mean, for me, doing like head-on, straightforward profiles. For some reason, that's the one that's like really is a chore for me. I mean, it's not like not fun. I mean, it's fun, but it's like I don't know, just getting that type of proportions down is something I'm really gonna work on. Are you kidding me? There we go. So it kind of is what it is like when it comes to that type of thing, I'm a little bit perfectionist, and it kind of sticks in my craw when I do it. I don't do it correctly or it's off, and like because I'm like, nope, it's got to be right. I did it right. You know, it's like I could have sworn I did it the right, and it's like, nope, it's off. And you're like, dang it. So like I keep going back, and I'm like, wait, no, just let it go. It's off by a fraction of a millimeter. It's like, who cares, right? No one's gonna even notice. But it's like I don't know, something in me is kind of like, I'm gotta change this, and then I fix it. I take all this time to fix it. I'm like, all right, I finally did it, and then it goes to print, and I'm like, it's still off. Dang it! Spent all that time. So I was like, you know what? Don't get bent out of shape. Just do your best, and little imperfections will actually become, was it part of your style, right? Your own personal flaws or whatever become your own personal fingerprint on your art. Things that you might hate, other people might love. So that's what I'm kind of learning. Okay, now we can flip it over. Let's see. View, flip. There you go, back to the way it's supposed to be. Like I said, this is a military instructor. He's actually trying to instruct some Navy SEALs. I think they're Navy SEALs in the story, but he's trying to instruct them, get them prepared to fight like one of the last competitions against the champion, the alien champion, and it's a NERF competition. But of course, then here comes our NERF modders trying to prove to them that they should be the ones fighting the champion because they're better. So they try to get their attention by shooting the captain with the NERF dart, secretly getting him. And there's gonna be another. There's gonna be a chase scene after this, so it's gonna be fun drawing that. All these military jeeps or Humvees chasing her on a motorcycle with her boyfriend. That'll be fun. That's coming up in the next couple of pages too. So let's see. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Gotta click this one. That way it'll stay on. I realize now why the screen goes black because I click on the app and it so I could view the web, but then it just totally just shuts it to black. So I got to go on the web and I'll click on the. Yeah. Thanks, Eric. Sorry about that. I should have sent that out sooner, but I'll definitely send it out this week. Then I'm kind of behind on sending my art out. I have some pieces that are sitting here, finished, and I'm like, what am I doing? It's like I just been so busy on things, running errands, doing different things pop up during that day. I definitely have to write a schedule out, not just for artwork, but just getting things done because it's like it's time before you know it. The end of the day is here, and then you're like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and then something else pops up. So for me, I'm not a multitasker. I got to definitely write things down and keep a schedule. So, yeah, I think you DM'd me the information on Twitter, so I think it should still be in that. So I'm going to check that, or you can email it to me too. But I think I have it though. It's still in the DMs. I'll check it. But yeah, he's kind of like a drill instructor. I think in the script he's supposed to be. I can't remember if he's a colonel or if he's just a sergeant. I think he's higher than a sergeant. But this guy is definitely hardcore military man. And then he's got these generals behind him. So right now I'm just kind of doing the line art. I'll go over it and probably solidify it more. Maybe I should do a little bit more. Sometimes I jump from panel to panel depending on my mood. But I think since I'm doing a live stream, you guys are watching me. You probably want to see some completion, right? So try to complete something on here before the stream is over with. Okay, and I'm going to give him a flat top too, so I got to work on that. Let's see, flat top, flat top. He's got a lot of real estate on that forehead there, so it takes up a lot. So it's going to be a short flat top. All right, time to flip this to see how much I need to change and fix. I can't tell. He's looking a little bit more towards the right. So I want to change that. There we go. An alignment. Oh, we'll see you later, Eric. Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Hey, Amy, how's it going? Yeah, he's a flat top, but I try to make sure I don't want him to look like too much like a Guile character, right? So I'm definitely kind of my concept design originally, I have him. He has more of like a short nose, kind of a wide store, kind of like a boxer's nose. So, but when I was drawing the page, I'm kind of playing around with his look. So, but good to see you, Amy. Thanks for stopping by. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're doing great. I see Andy says that Jimmy Carter was a nuclear sub mechanic before he became a farmer. What? Where'd you hear that? I'll have to check that out. Baby Guile. Jeff paused. Just looking at it makes me wonder if I should drop and give him 20. Tell Mike to start doing comics again. Well, it's kind of hard when he's doing so good with the NFTs. So, and I've been looking into it myself. I have some friends, some other friends too, who are also into it. They're telling me they could help give me some insight on what's going on with the NFT world or cryptocurrency in general. So I'm looking into it. You see, one of the things for this guy is his nose. See, this is the original nose I gave him. Let's see. like his original nose in the concept design is a little bit more like a boxer, except more puggish. Who knows? Maybe I'll try that out because I don't want him to look too much like, you know, like I said, I want him to look tough and stereotypical in some regard, but let's see. Okay. Looking back at my reference here still. But yeah, this music is it's kind of like a John Carpenter inspired, you know. It is like a John. I love John Carpenter's. It's funny. I'm not a horror fan, but John Carpenter is one of my favorite directors because I mean, if you're doing the amount of movies that I like that he created, it'd be weird if he wasn't one of my favorite directors because some of his movies are like on my top 5 list. It's like I love Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York, The Thing, which is really intense. I showed that to uh, some people who've never seen it before because they're like, "Oh, I watch horror movies, so I can take it." And I'm like, "This is really intense, man. This is not like anything you've seen." And then like, they saw it, man. Their like mouths were like jaws were dropped. But I basically I showed the movie because I was doing like a storyboard class, and I was basically breaking down the movie, certain scenes in that movie of how the storytelling was just like unparalleled in a lot of ways. Especially because things that you don't think about, like in that movie, The Thing. Um, I can't remember that. Was it the guy who's the director of photography, Kundi? I think his name was. He uh, he had to film 8, I think 7 or 8 actors talking in a group all at once, with cameras going back and forth to each character without making it confusing. And you don't think about that because it's so well done. You don't even think like, oh wait, yeah, he did because he was going back and forth, and it just you don't lose track of where you are or who's you know who's where in relation to the other character, and yeah. But John Carpenter, yeah, the Escape from New York, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China is probably on my top. Assault on Precinct 13 is definitely one of my favorites that he did. I think that's his one of his first films that he did himself. Because I know I think it was what was that one sci-fi one he did? James Cameron worked on. Oh, vampires. That's right. He did vampires. They Live. Definitely, They Live is high up on my list. I mean, that's like probably up there in my top 5. They Live. I love that one. They Live definitely. And then Halloween, the movie Halloween that he did, that first one, that was crazy too. Like I said, I'm not into horror movies, but man, the stuff he was doing in the cinematography and storytelling was like just still blows me away. The lighting in those films too. You know, they don't use black space anymore in film, kind of like in comic books. The use of shadow, man, so good. Yeah, yeah. I remember I showed you that film way back. Yeah, horror films are kind of like Amy. Like horror films are not my thing, but they're also, like you said, they're usually what the people's first foray into like cinema. A lot of these directors because it's easier to sell if you do horror movies. So it's kind of they first jump in there, like George Romero and all these other directors that were really kind of made their. Is it Toby Hooper? I think his name is. You know, they made their debuts in the horror. Even John McTiernan, the Die Hard director, his first film was almost horror in a way. Um, yeah, Dark Star. That's the movie. Jeff Potts. Thanks. But yeah, They Live is Matt's life story. It's oh yeah, man. I'm telling you, They Live. I feel like I'm going through that because it's funny. People like calling you like this before this whole thing started. Well, when it's right when it started, I was voicing complaints about things going, how dangerous what they're doing. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's conspiracy theory. That's not happening." 2 years later, those same people said it's conspiracy theory, not happening. They're like, "So what? What's the big deal?" And I'm like, "Wait. First of all, you said it was crazy that I said it, which shows that you thought it was something that would be horrible because you said it was crazy that I'm saying it's going to happen or it's happening. Now you're like, you don't care." And it's like that's because you're the frog in the pot boiling, man. Slow boil. So like when people argue with me or say something now about what's going on, I'm like, dude, let's just put it to rest. There's no reason to argue because you're totally gonna be down with it. You know, right now you're saying it's not gonna happen, or it's not happening, but the truth is you're gonna be totally down with it when it does, when it becomes to the forefront, right? Prince of Darkness. I saw The Fog. That one was crazy too. Prince of Darkness. I'd never seen that one. Let's see. Jeff Potts. Jiminy Cricket. They Live is everybody's life story. Yeah. Nothing's changed in the past 50 years. The rich take advantage of the poor. Yeah. What's going on, man? Hey, Melissa. It's the other Lester sister. How you doing? Good to see you. Oh, I didn't comment. If you check the description, I got a link. Hopefully, it's a current one. A link for both of you for your website. So I didn't know what to put up there. So I believe it's your guys' website in the description. So if people want to check out Melissa and Amy Lester's work, you can see some of it up there. I think they have links to their Twitter handles, I think, too. I don't know. Jeff Potts. James Cameron did all the matte paintings for yeah, he did the matte painting. Isn't that crazy? In the Mouth of Madness. I've never seen that one either. Yeah, that's the guy from Jurassic Park, that actor, right? In the Mouth of Madness. Let's see, I'm gonna get back to this. I'm gonna flip it again. Let's see. Dang. See, every time I flip it, I always see something I gotta fix, but I can't keep noodling at it too much. But you know, I'm not trying to go for perfection because I know that's not gonna happen. But at least I want it to at least look close to. At least it has a vibe that I'm trying to go for, right? If it has the feeling, it'll feel right when I got it. Boom. Let's see. I think the military, they have like more crew neck shirts, right? They don't have the V shape. Of course, it sounds like he was a private contractor, but I don't think he is. But okay, I'm gonna go on to the generals behind him. I gotta flip this one more time. There we go. Ah. Every time we flip it, I see something else I gotta fix. Dang. You know? Just gotta let it go, Matt. Let it go. There we go. There we go. Starting to shape up. Let's see. I'm trying to. Yeah, I don't know, man. Prince of Darkness. I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch too many horror films, and because of that, I'm not afraid of the dark. I could walk in a dark room and I feel nothing. I had cousins who would watch horror movies all the time, and I remember we went to this fun house where it was this dark hallway, and I thought they were joking, but they were terrified out of their minds. They were like, "I'm not going down there. I'm not going down there." And I'm like, I started laughing because oh, they're joking around. And then, of course, they're only like what, 13, 14. They started crying, and I was like laughing. And wait, you were serious? And they were like, they were just clinging. Because my mom went with us, right? They were clinging to my mom and just shuffling down these narrow halls. I was like terrified, and I was like walking ahead of everybody. Look, it's okay. Look, it's just a buzzer. It's just a light. It's just a toilet with fake blood and whatever it was, little monster or something on the toilet. I'm like, it's all just look. It's a little puppet, and I'm like, I can't look. I can't look. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. But they would always watch horror movies, right? And they're just scared, like you would not believe. Gonna grab some dinner, Amy? What you gonna eat? I'm hungry right now too. I'm trying to think of what to get for lunch. Well, for me, it's gonna be a late lunch, right? So have a good one, though. Enjoy your food. Yeah. Thanks, Amy. By the way. Yeah, it's definitely something I got to Yeah, I heard about that. Was it Halloween Kills? I heard about that. Jamie Lee Curtis is in there. Yeah, Halloween 2 is pretty crazy too. I think Halloween 1 and 2 are the ones that are closest to that type of feel of the movie. That kind of continuation, and then it kind of goes. Halloween 3 was obviously some weird incarnation of fan made film, but then 4 and 5 and all those other ones that just, yeah, it just kind of went downhill quick. Oh, yeah, Jeff Potts. Definitely, man. They live. That's like, it's basically They Live. I made a meme out of it, but They Live is basically that scene where they're fighting in the alley and he's just trying to get him to look and see. And the guy won't even look. He won't even put on the glasses. He won't look. And he keeps saying, just put them on and look. That's all he's got to do, right? But he's like, nah, you're crazy. You know? Finally, after fighting, arguing, and brutal fight, right? He puts the glasses on the guy and the guy sees it. Then all of a sudden they're on the same page. But it's kind of like that. It's very symbolic of what's going on. Like when you're trying to get family or friends to see certain things that they're not seeing it, they don't want to see it because they think it's crazy. The notion of it's crazy, and you're saying, just look at this. Just look at this article. Look at this information. They're like, I'm not looking at that. That's crazy. You're a conspiracy person. Finally, for whatever reason, whatever you told them or said to them, it crept in enough where they just kind of looked into something or saw something, and all of a sudden it just totally was like the same response of putting on the glasses. Right? Whoa, what? And so yeah, I mean that scene I think has a lot of meaning to it, even though it's just a big giant fight scene. Oh, okay, yeah, you're more on the East Coast. Well, have a good dinner, Amy. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one for now. I'm just gonna go up to. I'm gonna go down to these guys. I'm gonna do the generals. We'll do them on another layer. Let's say generals. And they're kind of like pulling the strings. But I don't have any references, but I kind of have an idea how the general hats look. So I'm gonna do my best just riffing on that. Zoom out just a little bit. Kind of want to overplay it too, make it look more exaggerated. Aliens invented the coup. Yeah. You're glad that Bond is dead. What? What are you talking about? Are you giving the spoilers? Not that I'm going to watch it, but I'm doing generals. I'm kind of Doctor Strangelove kind of comes to my mind. Yeah, definitely have to get some references here because I don't know what the Chinese military generals' outfits look like. So hmm. I see borders. Let's see. Can see. I'm glad that Bonus didn't spoilers, but the franchise content. Now. Okay, I didn't know if you meant the character died or something, but I mean, not like they're gonna kill off a franchise character, right? See, what time is it right now? Okay, let's see. Ken. He's a can-do kind of guy. Hmm. Sorry about that. It got so quiet. I'm just like so focused on this. I'm like, that music got intense. AFK. I'm not sure what that stands for, Andy. AFK, 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 AFK. Let's see now. Now I gotta start. See, I got the structure down the guy's face. Now, let's see. I gotta start making him look like the actual character here. Let's see. There we go. There we go. I think that's looking a little bit better. Just a little bit, just a little. See, this is the first time I'm really drawing this character from different angles and everything, so it's gonna look a little rough. There we go. That looks a little bit more like the front profile. Looks a little more like the same. Probably gonna go at his jaw here and probably shift it around. That's what I like about digital is because I could redraw this, but I just take what I drew and just adjust it, and then boom, there you go. There we go. Give him that big giant jaw. Probably lower this too. There we go. There we go. There we go. He's talking over his shoulder to that general. He believes he can whip these soldiers into shape to fight. Do some NERF competition, you know. Okay, let's see. He's in military, so I'm gonna give him that usual military haircut, but I definitely got to play around with this character because I want him to stand out, you know, as unique. Stylize him. Let's like give him some cheekbones, so see, I'll stick with that. Yeah, I haven't watched all of those Star Wars yet. The Visions, the animated versions of Star Wars. I still want to see those. So I watched. I watched the other one I watched last night was the one with the old man and the Padawan, where there's an old Sith. Yeah, that was cool. That was crazy. Actually, I think I watched two. I watched another one. It was one with the rabbit girl. That was cool too. I like that one a lot. I think that was Becky's favorite. Oh, I think I'm gonna do this flip, rotate it here, and then make sure I got everything right. See, I knew it. I knew if I flipped it, I'd be able to tell what's off. play around with this line here. See, I'm not liking that one. So I'm gonna redo this. There we go. Starting to come together. Looking more like a Ken. There we go. Now I gotta flip it. And then I can see all my other mistakes. Let's see. View. Flip. Horizontal. There we go. Hey, you know what? I'm happy with it. Cool. Wow. First time. Let's see. Where are we now at time? Speaking of time. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's saving. That's what's happening. I'm still here. Okay, so we got the sniper bunny. We got the military presence in force. And now that I got them drawn out, I think I'm going to make the generals a little bit smaller because, oops, wrong button. See, look, undo. It spilled ink. You can undo it. Boom. I'll make them a little bit. What the heck? What did I do? Another, look at that. Another layer. So what layer are they on? Ooh, I did it on the Ken layer. Can you believe it? I can. That's what you get for working on a bunch of layers. There you go. Now they're on. That's what I need to do. I forgot they're on the same layer. Wait. Okay, I got it. I should have made the generals on a color layer. Okay, now they're on a separate layer. Okay, now I can play around. There we go. Oh my gosh. Now what? Still. Oh man. I'm gonna probably watch this playback and go, what was I doing? Okay, now we can actually adjust the generals. Here we go. Like I said, they're not as important. Maybe the military, they're important, but to the story, they're more like kind of the background mystery men. So pulling the strings from a distance. So see, you can shrunk them down. I'm gonna just kind of erase these guys so it's not too confusing. There we go. Okay, now you can see. There's more room for dialogue up here too. More room for word balloons, you know. So, and see, where are we at? Save. I'm gonna save before I start drawing on the same layer for other things. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Okay. It looks like we're at the 2 o'clock mark. I start these at 12 noon, do it for 2 hours. So we're at the 2 hour mark. So I'm going to be calling it quits, not for my drawing. I'm going to be drawing until the wee night. But for the live stream, 2 hours, it's come to an end. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I'm going to be doing another random stream this week. So stay tuned. I'm going to have some guest artists with me and we'll talk about random stuff or some stuff that you guys want to talk about. But thanks for stopping by and spending your time with me as I'm working away here. I'm gonna get this book done. I want to get done in this next month, so bear with me. Also, with the commissions due, I'm going to be sending those out this week. And whoever owns the cover for Shadow Century 2, sorry about the delay. It's on my end, not Eric's. I'm going to be sending that out. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. You can check out my Twitter. I post up random sketches, artwork, and my process photos from this pages and illustrations and stuff. So you can check that out also. And but subscribe if you haven't. Hit like on the video and hit the notification bell because I hear that you get updates if you do that. And I have a lot of stuff to update. Here's one last look at the girl who's sniping. This little illustration. And her name is Quick. Actually, yeah, Quick. Not to be confused with the Nestle Quick bunny. But she's a little sniper and she got a little NERF mod gun here. So, but thanks again, everybody, for stopping by, and I will talk to you later. Have a great week. God bless, and I will see you guys maybe on Drawn and Quartered if you stop by on Wednesday, 7 o'clock Pacific time. Check out the link in the description. I'll see you guys. See you later. Jeff Potts, Andrew Hayes, the Lester sisters, Josh Griffin, and also Jiminy Cricket. Thanks for moderating, for putting up some links for people who visited. El Gargoyle and Cracking Me Up. Thanks for stopping by. And Eric Minotowski, again, check out, I think I have a description, his link, Shadow Century book. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good rest of the week. Bye-bye.